With organizations having such a reliance upon technology to conduct business today, they are creating, collecting, and storing increasing amounts of information. IT policies set the expectations within an organization regarding the use of information and technology. Think of IT policies as the equivalent of the road code or highway code for computer users. Information security isn't just an IT thing. It impacts everyone across the organization and needs to be communicated to everyone. Policies also meet other organizational requirements, including the ability to demonstrate compliance with standards and regulations. People like having clearly defined bounds to work within. And when we have clearly defined policy, it actually acts as an enabler because we have already worked through the access requirements and the means of mitigating access control risks. Everything starts with policy, or standards if the word policy is off-putting. Once we have the rules for use and protection of information, we can go on to develop the practical methods for protection and control. Policies that sit on a shelf are a waste of time. The simplest way to disseminate policy content is to put it on a website that can be easily accessed by all team members. Our organization has deployed such a service. Let's take a walkthrough so that you can understand how to use it as a reference point or tool when required. The Policy Management as a Service Lite is designed to provide an organization with a comprehensive suite of acceptable use IT policies, branded and customized to meet its IT security requirements. For the life of the subscription, protocol policy systems help to keep the contents of the service up to date. All aspects such as policy statement additions or changes, standards mapping and the updating of terminology are taken care of by our team on your behalf. Our cloud-based service is designed to be easy to navigate so all users can easily access the system contents. Policies can be selected for viewing from the left-hand menu. This list is a sample overview of the policies we provide with the Lite service. A typical customer implementation sees up to 18 policies being deployed. If your organization has some existing policy content that it wishes to incorporate into the Lite service, then this can be catered for at build time. Let's select a user policy example and take a closer look at what information is provided. This example is formatted to comply with the ISO 27002 standard, so that the content includes a statement of purpose, scope, and the actual policy statement. The statement wording has been written in plain English by policy editors, so the detail is easy to read and understand. If you wish to get a more detailed understanding about why your organization has selected a particular policy for use, then you can select the explanation button. All the policies in the service are mapped to the ISO 27002 standard, and we provide on-screen buttons so you can drill down from each policy to view the specific standards detail. Throughout the service we use a range of on-screen button types, where appropriate, to hyperlink from the policy content to useful forms or guidelines stored in the service, or to process and procedural content. The acceptable use policy can be printed in PDF format by selecting the print option on the top right-hand side of the screen. This form is branded as per your organization's requirements. We can also store your forms to integrate with your document management system if you need to keep a store or repository of these forms there. Let's take a quick look at other key elements of the Policy Management as a Service Lite. The Glossary of Terms menu. Key terms and their definition can be found listed in this section. Our Navigation menu, as the name suggests, gives you details on how to find your way around the service. You can search for specific topic information in this section, and then link through and view relevant policy content. This menu option allows you to view a tutorial video of the service. The Top Tips section provides some good advice on the use of systems and software in the workplace. There are also a selection of security awareness training videos in this section. Guidelines, Forms and Other Documents menu. The Policy Management as a Service Lite includes a comprehensive range of pre-prepared forms as standard. Alternatively, If you have existing forms, we can incorporate them into the service. Should you have a preference to store all forms on your organization's document management system, this can readily be configured using a hyperlink from the service. Also, you can find a selection of guidelines in this section. Procedures and processes. As the name suggests, this section allows us to store procedural and process documentation. Legislation. The service also lists the latest legislation or statutes applicable to your organization and jurisdiction. That completes our tour of the Policy Management as a Service Lite. If you would like to get further information, then please contact Kaon Security.